So to solve this radical equation, I need to make sure the root is completely isolated, and it is. So now we're going to get rid of the root. The opposite of square rooting something is raising it to the second power. So if I raise the left side to the second power, I have to raise the right side to the second power. So on the left side, I'm just left with x squared plus 49, and that's equal to x plus 5 squared is the same thing as x plus 5 times itself, x plus 5. So I'm going to multiply the right-hand side by distributing. So I have to distribute the x to both terms first. So x times x is x squared, x times 5 is 5x, and then I have to distribute the 5 to both terms. So 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 5 is 25. On the right-hand side, I'm going to continue to combine like terms. 5x plus 5x would be 10x. So the left-hand side is x squared plus 49, and that's equal to x squared plus 10x plus 25. Now I need to get my terms on one side. So I notice that there's x squareds on both sides, so that means I can actually cancel those out. For instance, if I subtract x squared from both sides, they would be gone, right? So I can kind of just cross those out. So I am left with 49 is equal to 10x plus 25. So I'm going to get the x isolated by subtracting 25 from both sides. So on the left-hand side, I have 24, and that's equal to 10x. One last step to isolate the x, divide both sides by 10. So I get x is equal to 24 over 10, and I can reduce that. I can divide the top and bottom by 2. So that gives me 12/5. So I do have to check my answer to make sure I don't have an extraneous solution. So to check, we're going to plug in 12/5 for x and see if we get a true statement. So this is the square root of 12/5 squared plus 49, and that's equal to 12/5 plus 5. So if I take 12/5 and multiply it by itself, I get 144 over 25 plus 49. That's underneath the square root, and that's equal to 12/5 plus 5. So I'm going to type this into a calculator, 144 divided by 25, and then add 49 to that. I get the square root of 54.76, and 12/5 plus 5 is 7.4 in decimal form. So if I take the square root of 54.76, I do get 7.4. So therefore I know that x equals 12/5 is a true solution.